Coming up, one woman is dead and multiple others are injured after a massive explosion in Lincoln County. In Kentucky, state police are investigating the death of a Corbin 2-year-old who was reported missing shortly before her death. Plus, Appalachian Regional Healthcare announced the purchase of Highlands Regional Medical Center in Prestonsburg.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:30 on this Friday. It's August the 2nd. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News this morning. Well, sorry kids, if you're watching this early, school is right around the corner. But the good news is if you plan on going outside or getting in a little bit of pool action before the school year starts, you should have some pretty nice days ahead. Brandon, what should they expect on this Friday?
It should be fairly nice today overall. Now, it's going to be a little warmer, so like you said, be good for some pool action, but we are going to see those chances for spotty showers or storms. Let's take a look at some fog around this morning, but not as bad as it has been the last few days. Whitesburg seeing that off in the distance. We take a look at the visibility map there, about a half a mile there in Pikeville visibility. Prestonsburg just up the road at 5 miles, 3 in Harlan and 4 in Somerset. That's our trouble spots this morning. A few little showers down south that are starting to fall apart there on the satellite and radar. Temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s across the board. That's a couple of degrees cooler in some spots than it was this time yesterday. A couple of degrees warmer in some spots. 5 degrees warmer in Somerset this morning than it was this time yesterday. Temperatures will stay in the upper 60s, close to 70 before heading for the mid 80s this afternoon. Sunny clouds, maybe mostly sunny skies, maybe a scattered chance of rain if it's getting into the heat of the day. The full forecast is on the way here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, a community in central Kentucky is in disbelief after a deadly gas pipeline explosion. It happened around 1:30 Thursday morning in the Moreland community of Lincoln County. At least 5 homes were destroyed. This is video showing the aftermath. Garrett Weimer has more from Lincoln County.
This church has seen family after family come through these doors here. They've shared food, water, and clothes with many who may have no home to go back to. And many folks I talked to here have the same question. What now? In the evening, we got our first look on the ground since the explosion. There's little left except devastation, scorched dirt and melted pavement, and despair. Norma Campbell's one of the lucky ones, but she knows many aren't.
I mean, you imagine going to your house and there's nothing there, not even the structure, nothing. And these people, and they're just grateful to be alive.
Neighbors here had the chance to ask questions at a meeting with the Red Cross, officials from Enbridge, the company that runs the pipeline, and county leaders.
We are confident that it is safe now, or we would not release to go back in there.
Emergency management officials say they've already started assessing the situation, and they'll be back out in the neighborhood in the morning as they try to put a dollar amount on the damage. Meanwhile, federal investigators and Enbridge engineers are looking into why this happened. It's all been hard for this community, shaken to its core.
As far as telling other people what to do, thank God they're still living. Thank God you weren't in it, and do whatever you can to help your neighbor.
And with 2 other gas lines in the area, even those who have homes to go back to say they're worried about what could happen next. Going forward, officials ask any donations to help families here be taken to the Helping Hands Family Resource Center at Houstonville Elementary School. In Lincoln County, Garrett Weimer, WYMT Mountain News.
One of the amazing stories coming out of that pipeline explosion is the story of a Lincoln County deputy. He saw people trying to escape their home, and that's when he decided to step in. He ended up pulling 2 elderly people away from a burning home and brought them to safety. Meanwhile, a fundraiser is set up for a family whose home burned earlier this week. The fire broke out Monday afternoon in Vicco. This is the video of the aftermath. We are told the homeowner was a volunteer at the fire department who battled the flames. A spaghetti dinner will be held at the Vicco Fire Department from noon until 4 on August 10th. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers hosted a flood risk management tabletop workshop yesterday at the University of Pikeville. Local first responders gathered to discuss potential flooding scenarios and ways the county would respond. Pike County Emergency Management Director Doug Tackett says the exercise is a great way to prepare for the worst while learning the outreach opportunities that are available to the county.
It's very educational for a lot of people. You get to learn the resources available from other agencies. You get to know what other roles are other than what you play all the time.
Tackett says the county takes part in 4 of these types of trainings every year. When you go to your local park, you expect to find swings, slides, and other playground equipment. But many times, people find used needles or drug paraphernalia just lying on the ground. WYMT's Lauren McCord talked with Paintsville City Police about an arrest that took place Wednesday night at their park and what you should do to keep your child safe.
When the weather is warm, a park full of kids is a common sight.
So it's good for the kids. They love it.
But adults need to be cautious before letting their kids play.
Jen, okay, you stay over here. I don't want you out there by yourself.
Late Wednesday night, as Paintsville City Police began their patrol, they noticed a man hanging around the park by the city pool.
The male appeared to be under influence after giving field sobriety test.
Once they placed Christopher Hall under arrest, officials say they located methamphetamine.
They located approximately 3.5 grams of methamphetamine.
Problems like this are common to the area.
That scares me because the kids pointed out that showed me the needle.
And making parents concerned about their child's safety.
I mean, these kids are wanting to play, and I'm afraid to leave them out here.
Though playgrounds may seem like an innocent place.
When there's people over here, they'll call us and let us know. We'll come and check on them, make sure everything's fine with them.
It's important to be cautious.
Always check where your child's going to play at.
And aware of your kids' surroundings. In Johnson County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, officials say to contact your local police department if you find any needles or drugs lying on the ground. Well, Kentucky State Police are investigating the death of a Corbin 2-year-old. They say the child, Aubrey Rose, was originally reported missing from her home at Leona Watt Road. They say she was later found unresponsive. First responders also say they tried their best to have a different outcome.
Because no one wants to see a child hurt or injured or anything like that. So it's just a somber night around here.
Kentucky State Police say an autopsy will be performed later today. The Kentucky Heritage Land Conservation Fund says it has acquired about 2,000 acres of forest land in Bell County for the Pine Mountain State Scenic Trail. The purchase enables recreation options including hiking and bird watching and a conservation habitat for rare species such as the northern long-eared bat. Officials say the land purchase will add about 4 miles to the Pine Mountain Trail. Well, Appalachian Regional Healthcare announced the purchase of Highlands Regional Medical Center in Prestonsburg yesterday. It marks the 13th hospital now operating under the ARH umbrella. WYMT's Buddy Forbes talked with hospital representatives about what this means for the region.
Thursday marked a new chapter for Highlands Regional Medical Center.
Walking in this morning, there's a buzz in the air. There's excitement in the air.
As it became the newest member of the Appalachian Regional Healthcare System. Trina Hall says ARH purchased Highlands to combine in the same mission, helping the community.
We want to be part of our community. We want to drive the economics in our community to get it stronger financially. So we're coming together for the same purpose.
She says the new name will not change the focus on patient care.
Your doctors and nurses are going to still be right here providing services in these regions, in this community.
But will provide an opportunity for growth.
Anytime you can grow services, healthcare services, you grow jobs in a community. One of the things we are very aware of is our responsibility as an employer in Eastern Kentucky.
Susan Ellis has worked for Highlands for more than 30 years. She says the addition of ARH will be beneficial to everyone.
Our employees are very excited. We see this as an expansion of our facility.
And will make access to medical care more convenient than ever. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The purchase includes all of Highlands associated clinics in Floyd, Johnson, and Magoffin counties. The new name for the hospital is Highlands ARH Regional Medical Center. A new type of technology is being introduced into several schools in Perry County, but it's not the type of technology that you might think about. WYMT's Madison Pergram explains.
Going to the nurse's office will be a little different this year for some in Perry County.
With this technology, we'll be able to call into a provider at primary care, and it will be just like going to the clinic as a walk-in visit.
Telemedicine technology, allowing students to be treated by a provider right at school.
It'll be a great convenience to parents. They won't have to leave work to come to school to get their children and then go to the clinic.
With many of the same capabilities as actually taking your child to the clinic.
Be able to hear the heart sounds, the lung sounds, take the look at the throat.
Cassandra Artrip, a school nurse in Perry County, says it works like this.
What's going on today, Maddie?
Figuring out the symptoms.
Sore throat and my stomach's been hurting.
All while the provider is listening in.
Did you do a strep screen?
Yes, we did, and it was negative.
Then making the diagnosis.
I have a little post-nasal drip, and you do not have a fever, so I think that your sore throat's due to allergies.
Perry County Superintendent Jonathan Jett says this technology is not only good for students medically, but it also allows them to get more time in the classroom.
Also allows them to stay in school and not miss out on valuable instructional time if it's just a cold or something that may not be contagious.
While also helping the people who take care of the children while they're at school.
It's an opportunity for our staff members to be able to see a provider while they're at work.
All within the school walls.
This is just another opportunity for us to provide that service within our school building.
A service helping students be at their best to help prepare them for what's next. In Perry County, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
The new telemedicine technology will be implemented in 6 Perry County schools. Tattoos and children, those aren't two words you hear together often every day. But one business held an event combining the two for a good cause yesterday. Lost Gypsy Tattoo shut down their shop in Hazard to draw on kids exclusively, raising money for the Care Cottage. The kids picked their design, and with Sharpie markers, artists made their visions come alive. The owner says the idea behind the event came from reaction online.
We had a client in the shop who had a small child with him, and I had a few minutes to kill, so I drew Elmo on him real quick and got a pretty positive response online.
A $1 minimum donation was collected at the event. The shop is also collecting new blankets, gently used clothing, toys, and non-perishable food items. Later, lawmakers are taking aim at social media, trying to combat what some call an addiction.
A typical summertime pattern of daily rain chances will follow us into the first full weekend of August. I'll have the full forecast in about 3 minutes.